It's daytime with Aston Avery and the Kennedy OBEs with me. Joining us right now, Kim McDermottroe joins us to chat all things autism in Essex for the month of January, but for the first one of the year as well. So welcome, Kim.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, hello, Kim. You're from the
Hello.
northeast like me.
Yeah.
Hooray! So you're actually based in Middlesbrough. You're near Middlesbrough.
Billingham.
Oh, Billingham.
So
Oh, yeah. I've been to the Billingham Forum
we're
quite a
next
few
door
times.
neighbours to
Yeah. Oh,
Middlesbrough.
brilliant. So just read a little bit about you. So you work across most cultural sectors such as theatre, dance, outdoor arts, museums and heritage, TV, film. And I was reading that you include costumes for Smoggy, Queen's Series 2, Hat Trick Productions, large-scale lanterns, walkabout characters such as Saga the Sea Turtle and Terry the Turkey from Middlesbrough, Christmas Parade, South Shields Parade, I've been there as well, and the reopening of the Boating Lake at Redcar. They've spent a lot of money on Redcar, haven't they? Because I've just recently been there.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
I
lovely.
think
So
I think a lot of money spent on any of our local towns is brilliant.
definitely. So when were you diagnosed on the spectrum, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. It'll be in March the 9th this year, it'll be 7 years ago.
Oh, okay. And how did you feel at the time?
I lost my voice the next day.
Oh,
And I've
did you?
just yeah, and I've just lost my voice last week as well. So it's only just come back a little bit more yesterday and then today. So it's a bit quieter than it normally would be. But I was like, it's history repeating itself. I'm not gonna have on the radio again and I'm not gonna have a
Yeah.
voice.
Oh,
So yeah, I lost my voice. So I couldn't really talk to anybody about it for the first well, I found out on the Saturday, I lost my voice on the Sunday morning. And up until about the Thursday, I didn't really have a voice at all, not even a whisper.
oh, okay.
Um, and it was kind of like nothing and everything changed all at once.
Right.
So
So
it was,
did you feel a bit like a weight had been lifted or?
yeah, like I think for the first time in as long as I can remember, at least, I didn't think my brain hated me. So that was completely gone in an
Oh,
instant. Like it was just,
good.
oh, actually, my brain's doing its best, and that's a much healthier narrative, isn't it, to have of your own brain?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay. So you did a TEDx talk. So talk to me a little bit about, and when was that and where was it?
it was October last year.
Right.
Can't believe it's last year already. It's
Yeah.
gone fast, hasn't it? And it was at Teesside University.
I've been there. That's where I got my
So
honorary stuff.
yeah,
Um,
they've got a new building, so it was really nice to be able to do that there.
it's actually taken over the whole of Middlesbrough, hasn't it? South
It's
University. Because when I went there, I thought, what's happened to all the shops?
creeping out,
Yeah, yeah,
expanding. Yeah. So it was cool. My degree was at well, it was Cleveland College of Art and Design. It's now the Northern School of Art, but it was kind of underwritten by Teesside Uni
yeah. Okay.
at the time. So it's a kind of Teesside Uni degree in of sorts.
Yeah. And what did you talk about?
I talked about why I wear odd coloured shoes and
Okay.
navigating freelance as an autistic artist.
Okay. So why do you wear odd colour shoes?
Oh, you'll have to watch me talk, Anna.
Ah,
Uh,
she's put
Big
you on the
spoiler.
spot there. She's
I
got
know
you,
I used to
Anna.
I used to tell people, and then once I knew I was doing my talk, I'd have to say, well, you'll have to get a ticket to TEDx Teesside.
oh,
And then now I'm like, well, you'll have to watch my talk. Like
okay.
I first bought two pairs of shoes, a pink pair and a green
I
pair.
remember you put this on LinkedIn, haven't you? I remember you talking
Yeah,
about
and
it. Yeah, go on,
so
carry on.
I bought a pair of pink trainers and a pair of green trainers with the same trainers, two different colours. I just
Yeah,
thought it'd be class if I like just mixed them up, and it just
yeah,
took off. It became a bit of an identity from there, and a monster as well because it's dear to have to buy two pair of shoes all the time.
most definitely.
Um, but yeah, if you watch my talk, there's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
to
So
that.
what kind of
Yeah,
feedback have you had from your talk?
amazing feedback. Um, on the day after my talk, it's kind of done in sessions. So I was like the second session, and then there was
Right.
like two other speakers after me, and then two teachers came up and they said, "We've never heard autism explained in the way that you have. Like it's really clicked with us." So that was amazing. And then a young person, who I found out later was with them, came up and said, "Can I speak to you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And they were like, "Oh, I'm like you've made me feel less alone, and I feel really seen."
Nice.
And I like for me, if it just kind of had an effect on one person like that, that's enough, you know.
I always say that if I give a talk or whatever it is that I do, if it affects one person and it's been positive, it's worth doing.
Totally, because we kind of, when events happen, it's all about impact and how many people it's reached. But actually, one person's enough, isn't it? Because if we're trusting one person to speak,
Yeah,
to have the power to be able to say something, maybe we can trust one person's reaction as well.
most definitely. So, you've got a funny story to tell me about the dress rehearsal. Do you want to share it?
Yeah. When I was writing the talk, I was like thinking about literal thinking, like what's some examples that I can use.
Yeah,
And you know, we couldn't think of any, and I was like, am I even autistic? Or like, do I even do little thinking? Like we know I do, but I couldn't, it's hard to think. I knew about the aqua box, which is the one I do in my talk, but I was like, what else? And there was a few that we thought of, but I nearly swapped it out last minute because at the dress rehearsal, um, I was speaking to one of the volunteers. The volunteers were all great. And I said, oh, did you see my rehearsal? And they went, oh, no, because I was fussing with the badges. And I was like, the badges? Much more high pitched than what I can manage with my voice at the moment.
yeah.
Because I was making a badger out of willow, a big lantern.
All right.
And I
Ah.
was like, just in that split second, I was like, what's the chances that you were fussing with badgers and I'm making a badger? Like, it's amazing. And then I just was like, oh, do you mean like a badge that you put on? And they were like, well, yeah. I was like, so I was like, shall I swap that out? It's like almost a live example. But I
Yeah.
didn't because I thought I might send myself off the script too much.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it was really funny. I was like, that's how I do it. And we figured out that the reason I couldn't remember much is because it's just part of life, innit? You just do it and it's not that notable when you do it, you
No.
know. So
Is there anything you would like to ask Aston?
This is interesting, really. Of course, Sarah, Kim. Obviously, you go from talk and then go behind scenes. Of course, there in the drama side of things as well. How do you actually juggle that about when you actually do public speaking into actually behind scene stuff that you do?
do you mean like how do I kind of settle myself to do the talk? How do I,
Exactly like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, for TEDx side, I arrived like at the time where all the speakers had to arrive, but then I was put into my own classroom away from everybody because all the other speakers watched all the other talks. Like there was three talks before mine, and I just said like I won't be thinking about their talk, so it's a disservice to them really to have somebody who's not present in the audience, and I certainly wouldn't be. Um, and but there would be I kind of would be listening on a level where it would be pushing my talk out. So it wouldn't do any of us any good, really. So I just asked if I could be just separate for a bit. So I just ran through the talk a few times beforehand in the room on my own, and then I kind of just came into the auditorium just before my talk.
And I was also reading about that you've had two award nominations at the Tees Valley International Film Festival, and you've been
Yeah.
selected twice for screening at the Northeast International Film Festival. So what's that all about?
A few years ago, I had a DYCP, which is a Developing Your Creative Practice grant from Arts Council, and because I make puppets, it was like, how do I develop my own practice and kind of a step change when it was COVID and events were cancelled and I work a lot in events. So what can I do? And I was like, I quite fancy stop motion animation. Like that'll be great. And it's puppets and I'll probably be all right at making the puppets because I make puppets. And then I wasn't all right at making the puppets. It was totally different. With the stop motion puppets, they have to move in small increments,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah.
like the manually operated puppets that we use in like a parade or an event is totally different. I suppose I didn't come into it cold. Like it's not from a standing start, but at the same time, yeah, I think I was a bit more sure of myself than I needed to be. So yeah, I did that. And then my character Lockie, I'll bring him in, look, because he's sat here. Look, my
Okay.
character Lockie, who's
Oh,
he's the lockdown Easter bunny. I
right.
said to Dave, I was doing my sketchbook during lockdown. I said to Dave, "Here, crouch on the floor so I can draw the pose." And I drew the lockdown Easter bunny. And then with my DYCP money, I managed to make him. And then he's kind of got popular on social media. So people want to see what he's getting up to. We take him on adventures. He's been feeding alpacas and we've had him up Roseby topping, things like that.
I've been up Rosebery topping.
Yeah.
I went with my
Um,
sister.
well, I said to Dave, come on, we'll go to Roseby Top. And I'd done a big stamp artwork as well. When it was the coronation, I was like, oh, if you want to pledge your allegiance to Lockie, he's a big stamp artwork, and it was on wood.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll carry it up Roseby Topping. And then my asthma told me I couldn't. And I was like, I'm gonna cry. So I was like, Dave had to carry the stamp up Roseby Topping, to get some photos at the top and of Lockie as well. And then the film festivals, you could just submit to get. I've been doing little kind of animated sequences, little stories, because people love Lockie, and it was unexpected and lovely. I
Mhm.
kind of did seasonal like thank yous
Okay.
as like a little animation, and like I didn't have any funding or much time to do them in, but in the process I'm learning as well. So I just applied to the Tees Valley Film Festival, International Film Festival, and they selected the three films the first time, and then the second time I just applied with one. But this time I got Connor Speechley to do the music on it because the last three didn't have music, so it felt like one film but a better film.
Yeah.
And I also did like a an audio description, like a visual description, so it felt more accessible as well. And I
Okay.
submitted that, and that got nominated, which was a lovely surprise. And then just um, like October, November time again, it was nominated for um, best animation as well for a new film that was
Oh,
my best
brilliant.
film so far. But again, I haven't had any funding or anything to do it, so I'm just still learning.
Yeah.
So to get that far when I'm just still learning is amazing. Like it's
Big
better than you
time.
can yeah, it's better than you can imagine. So it's really nice to have the support of the film festival.
Yeah.
Um,
People are listening in obviously can't see you, but I can. And what is that behind you?
oh, it's a crocheted by my mum, Ludo from Labyrinth.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
brilliant.
Because
Very
What is
popular
yeah,
that?
character from Labyrinth. Everyone loves Ludo anyway, even if they've
Ludo,
not watched
yeah.
if they've not watched Labyrinth, they love Ludo. Simple as that.
He's
Anyway.
just like, should you ever need us? And he's just there, like, yeah, my mum crocheted it for us,
So
so he's
you've got
there.
your creativity from your mum then?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Mum's always like, she used to make clothes and that when we were younger. She'd follow a pattern. I draft my own patterns, but that's because
Right.
of my job. Like,
Yeah.
mum had a different job. So, yeah, my mum can pretty much turn her hand to anything.
That's
Like,
like my mum is like that. She was a
yeah,
seamstress and she just taught herself and then she used to make all sorts like ballroom dresses, wedding dresses, uh,
yeah,
whatever people wanted. She'd just turn her hand to it. No one ever taught
yeah,
her. She just
Just
basically
just learn it off the cuff, they call it anyway, which
yeah,
is
that's it.
impressive. It's impressive when they do that as well. Is if they learn
Yeah.
it like
Visual.
without going through actual tuition there, and they just
Yeah.
learn it like that basically.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and obviously, have you got any more designs that you plan to do there, Kim, as well, that you would design down the line?
Yeah, I've just had a meeting yesterday about a lantern that I'm going to be making. Not sure what that's going to be yet. Um, I'm hoping to do my own theatre show actually, based on my own characters from my
Oh,
sketchbook, like
brilliant.
Lockie.
That would be good. Let us
So,
know. If I'm in the
yeah,
northeast, I'll come and watch
yeah,
it.
I've been working with Christine Kelly Abbott, who has her own theatre show. So she's been doing some producing and choreography on it, and um helping me to submit for funding applications and things like that too, because
Yeah,
that's
it's
what we
hard to
need.
get, isn't it? It's hard to get
Yeah,
funding these days for everything, and
yeah,
they want to know every little bit of information.
yeah. I'm doing some access, I think it's an access rider workshop, like how to write access riders and things as well with artist Hope Simpson. That's coming up. So
Okay.
bit of a mixed bag as usual with me.
Yeah, no, good. Keep you going and keep you interested
Yeah,
in what you're doing. Oh, it's lovely to finally meet you because obviously I met you on LinkedIn. As
I
I meet
know.
you on LinkedIn or social media. So yeah, oh, that's really good stuff. So keep us posted about anything that you're doing in the future. We'd like to hear about it, wouldn't we, Aston?
Yeah, of course. There is there anywhere listeners can find out more about what you do, Kim?
Yeah, on social media, I'm Greener Lavelle. So that's green with ER, Greener Lavelle.
Okay.
Um, and my TED Talk um is on YouTube, and it's why I wear odd coloured shoes. Understanding autism at work. That's the title that was given to it.
Okay.
Um, so they can find that there if they want to find out
Okay.
about why I wear odd coloured shoes more.
Okay, that's good stuff. So it's really, as I say, really good. And also your fellow northeaster like me. So are you into football or anything like that?
Not really.
No, neither am
But
I,
at the
but
same,
a little bit.
no, I love the Lionesses,
Yeah.
and I support like, do you know, like Thornaby, like the girls team, and do
Oh,
it
okay. Yeah, I've been to
that
Thorn.
like I've sponsored a ball and so and like kind of young girls especially coming into male dominated sports. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Brilliant.
good.
But like no, with the borough, like that would be our, well, I suppose Billingham Town, but
Yeah.
in terms of a bigger club would be
Little.
Middlesbrough. And I don't really have much interest in the football other than like what I've just said.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like if a team's going to win, you want it to be the borough, don't you?
Yeah,
Because
you
that's
do.
where you're from. You support them anyway, even if you don't. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not really into football.
Yeah, my
Oh,
husband, he sports Fulham, but they were playing Middlesbrough, so he said he didn't mind who won.
Yeah.
oh, fair enough. Oh, that must have been an FA Cup game or something like that. Anyway, so
Yeah. It was last week, if I remember
yeah,
correctly. All the days
yeah,
roll into one for me. I can't
it
remember.
was.
Or was
So
it last week? Yeah.
something like that. It was an FA Cup game anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Because Fulham won. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So Kim, it's a pleasure to chat to you today on Gateway. Thank you for joining Anna and I to chat all things autism.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care of yourself and keep
Yeah.
us posted.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Kim McDermottroe here on Gateway 97.8, and Anna will chat shortly as well. We'll be chatting with Marmoon Khan very shortly.
Yep. Lovely. Thank you.
Anna Kennedy, OBE here on Gateway